Welcome back to AM Northwest. You're invited to join the fight against type 1 diabetes. Here to share more about the Breakthrough T1D Walk, we welcome T1D mom, Kelsey Burns, and also Youth Ambassador, Owen Massey. Good to have you both with us. Let me start with you, Owen. You're 16, right? You go to Roosevelt High School. Tell me about your diagnosis, because I understand you were misdiagnosed early on.
Yeah, so I was misdiagnosed with the flu because I had similar symptoms. So I was just like having so much Gatorade, you know, which was
the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, not really
you were
helping
about
my
5
blood
at
sugar.
this time?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And you know, we went to the hospital, found out, you know, I had fluid in my brain, not a good thing.
Yeah.
And my blood sugar was, I think, 860 when it should be around 130.
Wow. So finally they were able to get a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes.
Yeah, luckily. I was in a coma for 2 days.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, you look like you're doing great now. So that's fantastic. And let me talk with you, Kelsey. Tell me about your son, Liam, because he was just, what, 20 months old when he was diagnosed, like a week?
He was actually 3 weeks after his first birthday.
3 weeks after his first?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and same kind of thing as he was having some breathing issues that my husband noticed, and so we took him into his pediatrician. They told us to get to the local children's hospital, and when we got there, he was already in DKA with blood sugars over 750. That was high as they could read.
Yeah.
And was diagnosed and was in the hospital for a few days while we got a crash course in how to handle type 1.
Oh my goodness. That must be a lot. There must be a lot of challenges to being the mom of a small child with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard because they can't explain how they're feeling.
Right.
So they can't tell me if they're having a low or if they're just feeling off. So it's a lot of just trying to read the intuition. As a new mom, you know, you go through like diaper and food and all of that. As a type 1 diabetes mom, you think blood sugars. So it's one of the first things you check is to see if, you know, if they're cranky, could it be their blood sugars that are affecting it.
It's chronic, it's lifelong, so you'll be living with it your whole life. You're a very active 16-year-old, so you play football and track, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so that means you have to really, it's a challenge for you as well, you have to really be on top of your numbers, don't you?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So what do you do? How do you handle it?
So I have a continuous glucose monitor, which allows me to check my blood sugar on my phone. I mean, it makes it so much easier.
Oh, just on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, whenever I'm at practice, I have my backpack with me, and in my backpack I have like fruit snacks or Smarties or just something that will let me get a quick like sugar.
Yeah, wow. So I know there have been advances in T1D research, and so like things like the monitor that you were just talking about, that's relatively new, I mean, so to speak, right? So this is why it's important to you. For instance, we have the walk, the T1D walk, and it helps. The money is going to research and care and all of that. Tell me about the importance of T1D.
For me, T1D, I mean, it's really the breakthroughs to see what can be my future for my child.
Yeah.
The more that we get research and taken care of in that sense, the better tomorrow he's going to have.
Right.
Seeing even Owen, where, you know, he has his CGM and the pump and things like that, where he can live a normal life.
Yeah.
Gives me hope for my son, who's still, you know, a 1-year-old, that he's going to be able to live a normal life. And, you know, Breakthrough T1D, as we get more and more research done, really is going to hopefully get us that cure.
Yeah,
that we can
that's the goal, right?
That is our goal.
A cure. That's the goal right there.
Absolutely.
So, Owen, when you go down to a walk, like the Breakthrough T1D walk, what does it mean to you to walk with other people who are other young people who are experiencing the same thing you are?
Well, this is my 10th walk, actually.
Wow.
And so when I was first diagnosed, me and my family, we discovered this walk, and we found a great community of individuals that were going through the same struggles that we were. And we also found out that we could help the same community by fundraising through the walk, as well as raising awareness for like warning signs of T1D. So like, as you heard with my experience, other people don't have to go through that.
No. What are some of the warning signs?
Like drinking a lot of water, wetting the bed, like basically just advanced flu symptoms, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. And for you, what does it mean to take part in the Breakthrough T1D Walk?
It really gave me a sense of community. Coming into this and not knowing much about T1D in the beginning can be a bit of a shock for any person. And so being able to have that group of people. So this will be my second walk. So we actually participated in our first one a couple months after diagnosis, which also gave me a really good outlet, I would say, for some of that anxiety. I was able to learn a lot, meet a lot of other parents and kids that were going through these things, and just get more research. I mean, really having our support system and showing up in big numbers, showing my 1-year-old that, you know, you're going to have a normal life and that you're going to have friends lifelong that understand this disease as well.
Absolutely. We want to tell everyone the walk is October 6th, which is Saturday. That's Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday, sorry, that's Sunday. It's Sunday at PIR. Lots of people will be attending. If you'd also like to raise money and help out and add to the funds that are going towards research, we're going to put all that information for you there at katu.com. Gates open at 10 a.m. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
And congrats on doing so well. That's awesome. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.